Okay.
Morning, everyone.
Afternoon. Welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello.
We're Bart and Melissa Kotter, as you may know, and this is our last team training for the year. And we are very excited because of the amazing lineup of speakers that we have on today's webinar. And what I'm going to do is jump straight into it because I'll go through an agenda so you know what's ahead, and then we'll be able to start hearing from our amazing upline speakers. So today, the whole theme is 2017 in review and 2018, where are you headed? So as always with our webinars, we start off with a recognition section. So we're going to have a look at the rank advancements over the last few weeks, as well as fantastic achievements. And then some of you may or may not have watched Game Plan Ready for 2018, a video by Eric Worre. It's phenomenal. So we're going to play that, just runs for a few minutes, and it'll get you into a headspace where you can really hear from the people being interviewed. And then here are our amazing upline diamonds that we're going to hear from. We've got Presidential Diamond that we see has already joined us, Deni Robinson, on the line. And then we have Triple Diamonds, oh, that's not right, Ambassador Double Diamonds, Tammi and Chuck Gates. And we have Double Diamonds, Ed and Rebekah Wiens. And then what we're going to do is we're going to transfer across to an interview with our new TBG Diamonds. We'll start with Ambassador Double Diamond, if he's able to join us, Dan Doyle, and Triple Diamond, Mal Sword, as well as Double Diamond, Richard Lee. So today's webinar, as you can see, is a phenomenal lineup of speakers where we can really hear from the leaders what they're doing and how they're preparing themselves for 2018. And then we're going to go through some information when it comes to upcoming events, incentives, enrollment packs, the new promotions, so that you know that you're staying plugged in and that you can make sure that your team is staying plugged in as well. So let's jump straight into the recognition section.
Absolutely amazing month last month.
Yeah, particularly in the executive ranks. But we wanted to congratulate the Director 300s. So well done. Fantastic achievement, all of you. So
any of our panelists that want to jump in and join us in recognizing those this rank advancement, that'd be great too.
Yeah, feel free to do so. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. Congratulations, everyone. And then let's take a look at our recent Director 700s in the business as well. So well done, all of you. Congratulations.
Fantastic.
You can see that there's a lot more Asian names added to this list as well. So you can really see that the global expansion program is working.
Group is growing fast.
Really fast. Let's have a look at our bronze executives. So we have a huge congratulations to Christina Sword up in Brisbane, Tash Davidson from Melbourne, Tan Boon Kui, Plentiful, Yujuan Zheng, Yingji Wang, Alan Wu, Weng Li Wan, John and Rosalind Spagnola, Marco Zaniga, Ping Chang, Energy Source Number 1, and Igor Kovic. So congratulations, bronze executives. This is the most amount of bronze executive ranks in a given few-week period that we've had in our organisation. So fantastic leadership on all of your parts. We're really, really proud of you.
Fantastic.
Okay, silver executives. So we have, I know, Mal, you know how to say this lady's name.
I just call her Mijo. It's easier. Actually, she's also just got the number 6 for the rookies in the world, so she's just amazing.
Fantastic.
Wow, fantastic. And she's from France, right?
Lyon. Yeah, it's from Lyon.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
So we have Kevin Ho, Song Ki, Such a Hero, Fang Zhang, Vivi Mu, Luo Ruhong, and that's it for our silver executives. So
let's give them a big recognition. Well done.
That's really fun. We have one gold executive, Wareful, and that's a phenomenal rank advancement for Wareful. We've watched them creep up through the ranks, and they're doing an amazing job. So congratulations, not far off platinum. Well done. Okay, so massive congratulations for Diamond, Karen Lau and David He. So they rank advanced the last few weeks, I believe.
This is a big one. Yes, congratulations on going diamond. Fantastic.
We'll have a lot more company in Ireland this year, so we're really looking forward to that. And then double diamond, Richard Lee. So congratulations, Richard. He went straight through diamond to double diamond, which is absolutely massive. We'll be hopefully hearing from Richard today. And then none other than Mr. Malcolm Sword. Congratulations, Mal. he skipped straight through double to triple. So we're really, really happy for Mal. Phenomenal leader.
Well done, Mal.
And then, of course, we've got Dan Doyle, Ambassador Double Diamond. So congratulations to Dan and Suzanne, and hopefully we'll be able to hear from them today as well. So massive, well done.
Phenomenal.
So let's look at the fantastic achievements when it comes to, I've just got to move this out of the way. I don't think I can, because I can't see what's up there. I don't know if this is fantastic achievements in terms, there it is, emerging leaders. So here are the following emerging leaders and over the last few weeks. So you can see number 1 listed there. These are globally. So all these people are from Australia. We've got France again. We've got Hong Kong coming up here.
Out of the hundreds of thousands of associates globally, this is all the rank, the fantastic achievements for our downline team. So this is really massive accomplishment, guys. Congratulations. We are so excited for your success. You're really blazing a trail, doing amazing things.
And you can see the same names repeated that we're featuring here through the other rank advancement awards as well. So it says a lot about taking action in our business. So let's look at top associate enrollers. You can see we've got Hong Kong in the top few positions. Then we've got Bruce Wiseman from the US, number 1 ranked, and Karen and Wayne Pickstone, week 45, as number 1 globally. And there's Bruce again.
Fantastic achievement, guys. Again, this is all on the globally. These are the top associates globally for top enrollers.
Absolutely. And we've got Sandy Reed from the US and Kaz and Jen as well from Australia. So well done to all of you. We're really, really proud of you and very excited for your success.
Amazing accomplishments, guys.
What we're going to do now is we're going to transition into just a few minutes. We're going to set the scene by playing Eric Warre's most recent video. He does plug a webcast. We're going to listen to a little bit of that and then move through to some of his suggestions. So then we will call on Deni Robinson, our amazing upline leader, to have a few words.
Hey everybody, Eric Warre here. And if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Network marketing, I believe, is the most forgiving business in the world. It will allow you to earn, it'll allow you to move forward, it'll allow you to have some levels of success with virtually no planning. And I work with people all the time. I work with people all over the world that are just winging it. And I've got to tell you, if you take two groups of people, one group, they're just winging it. They have no schedule, they have no plan, they have no goals, they have no, it's just kind of in their head. That's one group. And then I have a second group that plans it. They plan out their year. They plan out their objectives and their tactics around the objectives, their strategies, their time, their resources. They plan it all out. They put it in writing. They create almost like a business plan for their network marketing business. Compare the two groups. Which group do you think is going to do better? Which group is going to rise to the top? I promise you, it's this group. This group will do 3 to 5 times the productivity of the people who don't plan, the people who are just winging it. So I don't know what you are. Are you a person that's winging it? You jot it down on the back of an envelope? Are you crossing your fingers and hoping for the best? You're just going to work harder, for a minute. You got your New Year's resolution set. I don't know where you are, but here's what I know. I can help you. I can help you go from this group that's living underneath your potential to this group that's exploring your potential to the fullest. I work with top-level companies and leaders around the world, and I teach them how to be more effective, how to create a business plan for their business. I can teach you how to create a business plan for your network marketing business. And guess what? Some of it's goal setting, some of it's calendar management, some of it's time management. But what's the most valuable asset in your business, do you think? Do you think it's your company? Do you think it's your product, your compensation plan? What's the most valuable? The most valuable is you. So you need to develop a strategy for 2018. Let's just focus on 2018 to maximize you, your mindset, your skills. Let's maximize you as a resource. That's one strategy. You have to put together a game plan for that. And then we'll talk about calendar. Then we'll talk about goals. Then we'll talk about strategy. Then we'll talk about seasons of the year. Then we'll talk about rank advancement and enrollments and culture within your organization, everything, the events that you have within your structure, all of those things. So here's the deal. On December 9th, I'm going to be hosting a special live 2018 goal setting webcast. Live, where I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be going through this, but I'm also going to be doing the same thing I do with top companies and top leaders within the network marketing profession. I'm going to teach you step by step how to look back and evaluate what has worked and what hasn't in your career, in your business, how to take inventory of the present, exactly where you are right now, and be honest about it, and then to create a game plan and a strategy so you enter 2018 with confidence and direction and clarity and purpose, and you start getting results from day one.
So we'll leave it there. What I've done is a quick summary of what Eric Rowe was talking about. So he said if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, which we know is definitely the case in any business, particularly in this business. Then there's two groups of people. Group one are the ones who wing it, and group two plan it. And usually the second group show 3 to 5 times more productivity. And then he talks about how to create a business plan. Now I've put in here, it doesn't actually have to be fancy. It's just a matter of really looking at these areas of your business and of your life, your goal setting, your calendar management, your time management. Eric does talk about a video also that he's done recently where he says, take stock of how many days have not been productive in your year this year, and then take stock of how many days have been productive, and just have a really good look at that, because it's very telling. And then he mentions seasons of the year. So we're coming up to Christmas, New Year's. You wouldn't think it'd be a great time to recruit people into the business, but we're going to hear from some upline leaders who did come in at that time. Rank advancements, scheduling that, enrollments, the culture, with LTURE, so incorrectly spelt, but the culture of your business, and then the rhythm of your business, which is really important. And what I loved is he said that we are the most valuable asset in our business. So how will we maximize ourselves as a resource? And it's a matter of looking at what's worked this year and what hasn't worked, and just being really objective about it. And I love this. He says you've got to take inventory of the present, which is another way of saying get real about where we're at. And he finishes by saying this game plan to enter 2018, when we create it, when we put thought into it, it's going to create greater confidence, direction, clarity, purpose, and results from day one. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Deni Robinson. Deni, are you with us? I know you're on the line, but I'll just...
I am.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, Deni.
So good to see you.
Hey, Bart and Melissa, so wonderful being with you and the team, and really to see all those names flash across the screen. I remember really when we would sit and you would dream about going into Hong Kong and Asia, and it's all happening. And now all these people are coming to your team. You're changing their lives, both their physical, their health, their emotional, and of course their finances, which are a big hurt in a lot of people's lives. And I love that gift that we have, people that we can change. No matter where I go, no matter who I meet, I have something that can make a difference in people's lives. And Melissa, thank you for that great recap there with Eric. Right where he shot that video, I've been in his house right there. It's beautiful. And after just coming out of the Eric Worre GoPro event, we heard a lot of those different things. You know, your success in this business is really going to come down to your daily mode of operation. You know, again, you can do this part-time, full-time, big time, but you can't do it sometimes because it's not going to work. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you can't eat 7 on Sunday and have the same effects. So it's going to be all of those things that you're doing every single day. And you know what? Champions are made in the difference. Those little things that you're going to do every single day. Again, when it's raining outside, when it's snowing, when it's not so fun to do, and also when it's not so glamorous. This picture right here, that's a pretty big glamour shot, but that's not what it typically looks like. It's usually, Ed and Rebekah will tell you, it's usually Deni in a messy bun, and I've got actually my UGG slippers on right now. And, the champions are the ones who are just stubborn enough to make it happen. They've made a decision, they've made a goal, they have a dream, and they've decided that they're not going to be denied. And that they know that they're not just in this for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They know this is a long-term gig. But let me tell you guys, this is the great equalizer. Again, there's no place else on the planet that I know that I could have created this kind of income with my kind of education level, but also to have turned around and duplicated that success for people who were upside down, inside out, about to lose everything. So, my question, that to end your year is, are you settling right now? Because a lot of people, Eric talked about, start to settle, and they start to settle year after year after year, thinking, well, that's what I wanted to do, but then things come up. Things are going to come up. And so it's not only what you're willing to do, you've got to decide what are you willing to cut out of your life over this next year. I'll tell you a funny. So literally, when we built this house, I didn't watch TV for years. And we're almost in the house going on 8 years. I just mastered the remote controls to watch TV, actually. And I actually was pretty glad I never did, because there was too many things to do. So again, what are those things that you can cut out that aren't all that important, that you can put that precious time, because everybody that you meet is already using all 24 hours of their day. And so also remember what you're doing, the things that you're saying, because people have to look at what you're doing and go, I could weave that into my busy life, into my kids, into soccer, into my husband, into whatever. So again, always be thinking about being duplicatable, and really run with the runners, walk with the walkers, stop with the stoppers, love everybody. But especially with this incredible team atmosphere that you guys have, there's so much support. But just find the ones that want to run. I know that Bart and Melissa have been masterful with that. They have people who they've identified them, to give you an example. For me this week, someone about 3rd or 4th level kind of started popping up on those reports. And I called the people in between. They didn't know who they were. And so you dig down and you find that person and you go to work with them as if they are 1st level. You light that fire from the bottom, you start to see what happens. But again, unless you are a very experienced networker, typically your biggest leaders are not going to come from the people you sponsor. But what I often hear people think is, oh, well, they're your responsibility. You guys, until you have a leader who has taken the bit in their mouth and they're running away, everybody that comes in your organization is your team. And, at this point, I can't anymore, but in the beginning, boy, everyone that was going director 300, director 700, they were getting a phone call from us and stuff. But so until it's out of your hands, you guys be doing that and make that connection, because some of those people might fall away, which is just might be what happens. So you want to create that relationship, go to work. And, the whole point of this is to work wide and to work deep. And as I often talk about, a professional in network marketing looks at a new person as a doorway, not a destination, where a lot of people look at someone, they just sponsored them with 4 cases and they're like, woo, yay, I'm so excited. That is not the end goal. You want to open the door, get in their people's warm markets as quickly as you can, and watch that organization grow, exponentially. And you guys plug in, what are you doing every single day to feed yourself? And you'll often heard me say, because it's the person that you become in the process of building your network marketing business that will be the ultimate key to your success. I used to watch Bart and Melissa for years. I admired them. But you know what? None of us were born this way, right? We all had to develop this. and no one got to get their kit in the mail, and all the people popped out like a jack in the box. Even the amazing Bart Kotter had to pick up the phone, make the phone calls. You know, you can't just walk the walk, talk the talk. You got to do the do. And doing the do is doing that every day. Mode of operation. In the mornings, at night, when it's not so fun to do, and when there's days that are discouraged. And that you have to push through. And let me tell you, you know, even my daughter, who's now a new goal of making a 6-figure income, there were times you would call me, literally, you know, kind of discouraged and cry and think, Mom, I don't know if I can do this. And I'd say, honey, I'm so sorry. You know, I know people didn't show up tonight. How many of you had people who didn't show up to a meeting? You know, there were supposed to be 10 and none came. That's just part of the process. And without the struggle, the dream isn't as good, you guys, because you have to go through those things and just watch. When you get in the vortex, it's amazing. I see people who get in the vortex. And because I have a cute picture this week on Facebook. My cute little grandson is holding a magnifying glass. And so his eyes are this big. And I said, what you focus on expands, right? And so when you're doing this every single day, you will attract people. It's amazing. You are a magnet. And I believe that the universe starts to open up and it steps aside for the person who's on a mission. And you guys, this team is just on fire, and it's so fun to watch it and to be the great grandmother of it all, and to know that you can be a conduit for good that can change lives beyond your wildest dreams, and to see people live in abundance and to live the life of their dream. So the only way that you get to live the life of your dream is to go help a lot of people live the life of theirs. And that's the gift that we have here with the SIA. And you guys, again, I'm grateful for it every single day. And I'm so excited to watch what happens for each and every one of you this year. Huge congratulations to all of those different ranks. You guys realize, I mean, it was just, you know, actually next week, Trish and I will be in Salt Lake City for Advisory Council. That's our 8-year anniversary since starting the SIA. And it wasn't until a year later than that. So you guys, we are just getting started. We haven't scratched the tip of the iceberg yet, and it's real exciting. So Bart and Melissa, back over to you.
That was fantastic. I took a couple notes on some, you know, in fact, through this whole Zoom webinar, I hope you got a pen and paper and you're taking notes, because these are absolutely golden nuggets. And, you know, this whole, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I know for a fact, and in fact, I know that your family, your brother is a major achiever, your whole family is. You didn't just get there by accident. You planned out your day. You thought about it. I know that you've had some really big wins and some big victories this last year. So maybe just looking forward. I mean, also, I love what you said about dig deep. And when you find a really good person, that's not a destination, that's a doorway. And that's a mindset that you have to think about, of really thinking, well, who is this person going to help me direct them to? Because when you enroll someone, that's the beginning, that's not the end. You gotta really work underneath those people and find those leaders. So.
Well, and look, Bart and Melissa, by you sponsoring Deni, look at what's happened because of Mal and his connections in France and now into Hong Kong and all over. Again, those are all big doorways. And I guess one thing, you guys, I've always been a little bit allergic to mediocrity. And so if you are too, I would recommend that you strangle it, right? And you're just going to have to, you know, feel the fear and do it anyway. You just got to get over that. And just know you're going to have good days and bad days. And don't think there's been days that I have went, I want to quit. But guess what? You can fire yourself and you can hire yourself back the next morning. That's the great thing about being your own boss, right?
Yeah, I love it. And obviously manage your time, turning the TV off. You didn't even have remote control. That's a beautiful story.
I didn't even know the remote. You know, and actually it was good because there were like 5 different ones. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So I just was like, it's just not necessary. But when I finally figured it out last weekend, I'm like, oh, I kind of binge watched for a little bit. I'm like, oh, that would have been terrible. So you guys, again, fill your time. We all have the same 24 hours a day.
Yep.
Everybody over here has the same 24 hours a day. One thing I used to love reading the newspaper, and that was something I gave up a long time ago. Again, I have some sites that come up and give me the basic, you know, what's new happening in the world, so I keep abreast of things. But again, and also be really focused in the things that you're doing. Set aside times that you're going to call this amount of people, do the follow-up. And just don't get too behind, but do it every single day, because it starts to become, who am I going to call? You know, are you prospecting? Are you calling some of your team? Where's the encouragement going? And also be reading those things, because it'll make you who you become.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic words of advice. And, you know, really one of the purposes of this call also is really setting the stage. I think it's kind of good. It's great that we're doing this right now in December, the beginning of December, really starting to look ahead and planning for 2018. I mean, if you looked at the year in review, I don't know if there's anything you would have done differently, but more importantly, where do you see things going forward for this next year, just kind of as a wrap up?
Well, I know that for me, this is our very biggest week ever. And so, you know, you guys, how you end this year is how you will start next year. So I would make sure that you're scheduling your calendar, you know, where are the events going to be? This is when you've got some downtime. Again, are you being active? Or are you being productive? We can all be shuffling things around our desk. But to get your office in order, but be ready to run. Have your flyers, your brochures, know who you're going to talk to. Again, I always kind of keep a tickle calendar of people who want me to get back to them. Of course, Jeannie's a fantastic tool for that. But just incredible things happening. But you guys, make sure you have a plan. My husband often say, Deni, if people were to run this, knowing that they could have, you know, a business that can pay them over $1 million a year, if they went into that with that mindset, they would work a lot harder. But most people, when they think of the $40 that they invested, that's really not an investment. They'll spend more than that going to the movies. But so there's not a lot of cash in, you know, there's not an investment, so it doesn't hurt. But again, if you work at this, like, you know, you guys, I guess I always think, would I employ me, right? Always be asking yourself, would I hire me? And if you're not working that hard, maybe you're going to want to step up the game. Because I have a lot of people, if they were working a job, they'd be fired. And so again, employ yourself at a high level. What do you expect of yourself? Because you can't expect anything more than that of your people than you're willing to put in from the front. So make sure to lead from the front. I don't ask people to do anything I'm not currently doing, or I know that has worked, okay? So it's really important that you're out there recruiting, sponsoring people, doing fast forwards, and continuing to move.
Deni, thank you so much for everything you've done. You've blazed the trail. Things are a lot easier than when you started. We've got so many great things happening, and we've got a lot to thank you for. So thank you for joining us on the call today. We really appreciate your time and your tremendous leadership.
Thanks, you guys. I am so grateful being on this journey with you guys so much. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. Grateful to be on this journey with you. And again, we talked about you for years. I feel like we dreamt you into reality, and now you're here. But guess what? We still have a much bigger goal, a much bigger dream to make Virtus Norton's vision of taking this around the world and changing lives. So go out and be a blessing to somebody, and have a great to see you day, everybody.
Thank you so much, Deni. We love you very much, and we're so grateful you could come on. And what I might get you to do actually before you head off, so we need to either introduce, I've just got to check, because Ed Wiens has a time crunch. I was just going to get you to introduce either Chuck and Tammi or Ed. I just need to check in. Chuck and Tammi are on the road traveling back from Salt Lake to Helena. So Chuck and Tammi, I know Ed has a time crunch. You were up next. I'm just not sure what your mobile phone range is going to be on the road right now.
Okay, go ahead. We can keep talking.
Yep. Yeah, we have good cell service currently.
Okay.
How's Ed going for time, though?
Ed, how about you? He's not on right there.
There, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
hear us?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're good for a few minutes here. I mean, it's a little bit of a crunch, but we'll be as flexible as we can be.
Okay. So you can toss a coin between you and Chuck and Tammi as to who goes next. Just depends on.
Well, it's hard for me to butt in front of Chuck and Tammi. I mean, but
Chuck and Tammi, if you're all right, can we go ahead and let Ed and Rebekah go first? They got a little bit of a time crunch. Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's fine.
Deni,
Okay.
I'd love you to
Pull over.
Okay, they won't be long. Deni, if you don't mind introducing Ed, that would be great.
Oh, absolutely. What is
Ed
it
and
not
Rebekah.
about? Ed and Rebekah Wiens, again, just dear friends. I've known Ed for a couple decades now, and so grateful that we were able to join paths again in ASEA. Just such an incredible leader, servant leader. And again, you guys, there's two things that happen. There's a day that you get into ASEA and that the day that it gets into you. And I think that those are two different separate dates, because once he saw what we knew, of course, he quickly became a diamond, and without Ed and Rebekah Wiens, we wouldn't be on the line with all of you. So we're so grateful to Ed and Rebekah. And with that, I'll just turn it over to them.
Thanks, Deni.
Well, thank you, Deni. Thanks, Bart and Melissa. We are up in the historic location of Williamsburg, Virginia tonight, calling in from the home of one of our new folks here. I'm going to have him pop in a second and just say hello to him as well. But this is a very historic place. This is for those of you who have a little bit of clue of American history. This is some of the first settlements of folks in the New World came here. Some of the battles that fought for freedom were fought just within miles where we're sitting here tonight. We were driving through some of those places yesterday, and this is just a place that's rich with history about people who were seeking freedom. And it's just, it's really symbolic of the kind of freedom that I think we seek in this business, to be free of the tyranny of a schedule, the tyranny of, the confining job situation, the tyranny of financial lack. And to break free of that and experience freedom is just, it's a real thing. It's a struggle. And certainly there was a struggle to achieve the freedoms that we see symbolized around us here. Bloodshed, effort, loss, and all of that. But we today, 200 plus years later, are benefactors of the price that was paid by folks that sought freedom. And all of you tonight, wherever you're looking at this webinar from or listening in, you're freedom fighters. And you're setting the stage, you're fighting battles here to create freedom for generations that will follow you. And just know that it's a very noble cause. It's a very worthwhile expenditure of your time and your effort and your energy and your expense. But the other thing I thought of too is that we all can look down through our organizational report and we see spots in there of people who kind of came on board with this, and then somehow they got distracted, or they just kind of went away and they kind of lost the fire. And there's a tendency in this business, and there's an appropriate level of priority placed on trying to breathe life back into them. But it's just a whole lot more fun to give new birth than it is to breathe life into the dead. And we're up here in Williamsburg because we're giving birth. And we're in the home of a gentleman named Rich Pennington, who was a high school classmate of Rebekah's. And he's sort of been following her story on Facebook and reached out to us because he's had some health issues, got hit by a drunk driver a while back and has created some health challenges. And so he drove down to see us in Fayetteville a couple of weeks ago. And just night before last, we sat here and enrolled some new folks, and he became a director. We had a meeting here last night. He enrolled some new folks from that. So I'm going to have him kind of pop around and pop his head in between here just to have you say hello to the newest baby in our family. We've been giving birth up here. This is Rich Pennington.
Hello.
He's a very, very skilled, gifted financial planner, and he's got a network marketing background. So he's really seeing the big picture. It's exciting for us to be able to let him see kind of, this is some of the team, the extended family
I love it.
in Australia and different parts of the world. So it's fun being here with Rich. We're going to meet some of his folks tonight. Tomorrow we're going to go, actually we found out that Dr. David Silverman's doing a meeting about 2 hours from here. So we've delayed our trip back to North Carolina to go crash the party tomorrow with David Silverman and just kind of expand the footprint of things happening up here. So it's just more fun to give birth and to raise the dead. So go out and have some more babies and make this American around the world. So
fantastic. We even
Rebekah, you want to say anything? Yeah. Okay.
We even get the feeling of Christmas. I see the tree in the background, so I'm getting the festive feeling of the spirit of Christmas.
We're actually off to see. We have a time commitment to get to one of the most amazing holiday decorated places in the world is Busch Gardens, and that's where we're off to tonight, Christmas Town. So yeah, how many?
8.3 million.
8.3 million lights, but who's counting them?
Wow.
Anyway.
So
Great being with you. We're in absolute awe of what all of you are accomplishing.
Absolutely.
Mal, your accomplishments and your vision for this business globally are just, we're just humbled and proud to be associated with you. Richard, we had you on our call the other night with our team. We're just in absolute admiration of what you're doing and all the rest of you that make up the team down there. We wish you all the best. Merry Christmas, and can't wait to get back down there to hang out with all of our Aussie friends.
Thanks, Ed and Rebekah. Great to meet you, Rich. Have a fantastic time tonight, and we're likewise.
By the way, if you have not seen Rebekah's TED Talk that she gave in Panama, it was absolutely fantastic. I just shared that with someone yesterday. It brought them to tears. They're going to share that with someone that has a similar challenge, Rebekah. So you're changing lives with your story.
Well, with all due respect to everybody else that gave a talk, she got the only standing ovation. So
you have every right to be proud of her. Oh, thank you so much for sponsoring us into this business. You've changed our lives.
Thanks to Chuck and Tammi, who you're going to hear from next. Chuck and Tammi are the ones that hung in with us, made the call initially, hung in there and kind of nurtured this thick-headed seed until he finally saw the light. So thanks to Chuck and Tammi. We love you. Appreciate you. Drive safe, and I can't wait to see you again soon.
Why don't you interview them, transitioning to Chuck and Tammi, Ed?
Oh, gosh. Chuck and Tammi, here's how I typically describe Chuck and Tammi to an audience that maybe has not met them before. There are people that you have to spend time with in your professional life that you never want to have to spend time with outside of the office or the workplace. And then there are people that you don't ever want your wife to have to meet them, or your spouse. And then there are some that you for sure don't want your kids to ever be around. And Chuck and Tammi are just the opposite of all of that. We became fast friends years ago. And, you know, when you decide to 2 times in your life go spend a week on a houseboat with somebody and their whole family, you better like them. And Chuck and Tammi are those kind of folks. They're just great people. I mean, these are the saltiest of the salt of the earth kind of people that you'd ever want to be around. We're just pleased to have them as personal friends and colleagues and sponsors in this business, and happy to be partnered together. Been all over the world with Chuck and Tammi, and a lot of places we're still going to explore. Just explored some of the back streets of the old city of Panama a couple of weeks ago, and more places coming up. So love Chuck and Tammi. You're privileged to hear from them.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you, Ed. That's awesome. We feel the same way about you.
And Rebekah.
I think that that's where true friendships are really forged, is when you're spending lots of time together, and traveling the earth is a big part of that. And we appreciate you and so many other people on this line as well.
Everybody of all of their achievements this year, and Bart, Melissa, I love the way you put this together so we can really see the faces and what a well-designed call you've done here. We're just coming back from Salt Lake from the fly-in that was held there, and by way of actually Las Vegas. We left last week and drug our 40-foot fifth wheel down to Las Vegas to put it in storage, so that when the snow really hits in Montana in January, we're heading down to where it's warmer and reconnect with our RVs. So, but one of the things I would just like to bring to everybody's attention is that, you know, we are so honored to be involved with all of you. And I can just tell every one of you, some of them on the call here have never been to our company headquarters, world headquarters, or the manufacturing production facility. And or maybe you've not even met some of the corporate staff, but after spending the last couple of days again with everybody came into that fly-in and with corporate, what a tribute this company is to, and a privilege to be involved with this company. You're involved with a company that really shines above the rest, and we just couldn't be more honored. Fly-in was held in right there in the corporate headquarters, which is a fantastic place now to bring your people to, and then being able just to go right down the road from there to see the production facility. And so if you've never been there, I hope for the ones that haven't, that you get there. but you can trust people that have been there, that you're involved with a company that is going to change the world. And you're all doing part of that right now. And so we couldn't be more honored to be with you. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tam. She's got some little training she wants to do for you. So thank you, everyone. I love you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, Jack.
Tammi,
Thank you, Chuck.
did you want us to make you the host, or do you want me to run through the slides?
Oh, you can. I think there's just a few of them, so I think you can run through them. We'll work through it.
Okay, perfect. Tammi, as organised as she is, has put together a phenomenal presentation. So it's specific to our topic today. So go for it, Tammi. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So, first I have to say, Deni, I think that was the nicest butt kicking we've all ever had.
Nicest
It
butt
was
kicking, what do you mean?
super. Yeah, it was so motivational, and it just really made me think about doing the do. And I've been thinking about creating a business plan for a few weeks now for 2018 to share with our team. And I loved what Eric Worre had to say about creating a business plan. So I just put together a few slides for us because, as you know me, I prefer to be on the practical side instead of just thinking about a business plan. I'm really excited to see how Eric's going to teach us all on December 9th how to put together a business plan. But I put one together for us that's a little bit specific to ASEA. So yeah, Melissa, you can just advance to this first slide. So today is December 1st. We are 31 days away from 2018. And we have the holidays and everything we're all going to enjoy. But I want you to start thinking and dreaming about what you want to achieve in your ASEA business in 2018. And even to think of one thing that you always wanted to do in your business, but you just haven't done it yet. So now's the time to just dream big. And I'd like the next few slides, I've given them to Melissa so that it's kind of a workshop. So you are able to get the slides from her and actually work through this. Because this is true, success will occur when your dreams get bigger than your excuses, and they will push you forward. Oops. So what I'd like you to do when you start your business plan is to actually make a list of all of your strengths when it comes to running your business. What are you really good at and really confident at? And then take a look at your weaknesses and what are you weak at. And this is just for you, just to keep it in front of you, but I just really want to encourage you to focus on those strengths, because sometimes we beat ourselves up too much. We let our weaknesses cause us and fear of failure, and they immobilize us. So really feel free to concentrate on your strengths. So what I want you to look at in your business plan that you're going to create is exactly how are you making money in ASEA. So I want you to list out all of the 7 ways that you can make money in ASEA, and I want you to circle the ones that you made money in your business this year in 2017. And then we're going to think about how you want to make money moving forward in 2018. And we're going to have you actually evaluate your different income streams that you had in ASEA in 2017, see what brought in the most income, how you enjoyed that, and see how you can change that for 2018. So if you go to your back office and you click on the reports tab and go to your commission summary and you change it, if you advance the slide one more time, Melissa, it will circle the year-to-date. There you go. Change it to that year-to-date pie chart, and it will bring up this type of a graph and see exactly how much money you earned last year in fast start bonuses, how much money you earned last year in team commissions, and all of the ways that we get paid right there. And so this is what we want to key in on for 2018, because you can use this to goal plan what kind of income you want to earn in 2018 and what your tasks and activities have to be in order to do that. So for each of those areas in your pie chart, each one of those colors, when you look at 2017, I want you to ask yourself what worked really well. So for example, did you earn a lot of money in fast start bonuses last year? And so enrolling people worked really well for you? Or was it because you were able to enroll people with a higher number of cases on their first enrollment order? Like maybe 4 or 6 or 8 or some combo orders? What didn't work well for you? Excuse me one second. Excuse me. So what didn't work well? So was your fast start bonus not as big as you'd like it last year, because maybe you could improve on a skill of enrolling people with a little more cases than less? And then you can look at, okay, exactly which one of these do I want to focus on for 2018? Do I now want to focus on my check match? So do I want to focus on maintaining bronze and above for 2018? Okay, you can advance it. So the other thing I want you to look at for 2018 is your budget, because it is true. In order to make money, you have to spend money. Businesses aren't free. And we've all heard that before. So I want you to get real about where you should be investing money in your business. And so list out all of the places that you are going to be spending money in your business in 2018. And like Stephen Covey, the famous author, says, put the big rocks in first. So this is where I want you to take out your calendar, and I want you to schedule in the 2018 convention in Texas. Schedule in the Envision event in February in Australia. Schedule in Ascent. Excuse me. I ended up with a ratty cold the last few days. One second while I get a drink. And you also want to take a look at how much these events are going to cost you, so that you can budget them and that you can plan for them. If going to the 2018 convention will cost you a few $1,000s, it's good to begin to budget for that now. Even ASEA corporate budgets for their expenses. So now that you have your budget, you can set your money goals. And here's where you get your calculator out and break down exactly how you're going to meet this money goal for 2018. So the first thing is to start with that big, dreamy money goal. What would you want your yearly income goal to be for 2018? So then divide that by 12 so that you know what your monthly income goal is going to be. So then you want to calculate each segment of the comp plan in that year-to-date pie chart, and how much you must increase in each one of those parts of our comp plan in order to meet your monthly goal. So on the next slide, I have an example. So if you want to earn, say, $5,000 a month in 2018, which, by the way, is our average gold income at ASEA, who is earning or is being paid at rank each and every week, that's a total of $60,000 a year. So you actually write out your goals and you say something like this. You make your plan. In order to do that, I will need to increase my fast start bonuses to $500 a month, my team commissions to $2,250 a month, and my check match to $2,250 a month. So in order to do that, I will need to enroll enough people every month to come in with 25 cases a month and rank advance to gold, as well as be paid at solid gold each and every week. So see how this is just kind of beginning to create some money goals that are going to transfer into actions. So these are the actual incomes from ASEA's income disclosure sheet for each of our ranks.
Missed a page. Skipped over a page.
Oh, shoot. Okay, that's good, Melissa.
Did I miss the next one, or did you need me to go back?
No, you can go to business evolution. There you go. So this is what I was talking about. Now that you know your monthly goals and you know which parts of the comp plan are going to bring you portions of our monthly goals, now you need to focus on what actions you need to take and what activities you need to be involved in order to meet that big dreamy goal. So now it's time to just get down and dirty and radical and make a list of tasks and then just do the items on your daily list. Just like Deni was talking about, you know, which actions that produce income will move your business further. And take a look at your activities and where you currently spend most of your time in your ASEA business and what's getting you the biggest return on investment. And then, like I said, just list those tasks, the phone calls you need to make, maybe visit. I really feel strongly that if we could not be afraid of encouraging people to come in with 4 or 6 or 8 cases, that I think we're afraid of spending other people's money. But if you can work with your upline diamonds and learn how to suggest and recommend what they can do with those extra cases. For example, when Chuck and I came into ASEA 8 years ago, we came in with 1 case of ASEA. Over the process of the next 2 weeks, we enrolled. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, you're suffering.
Over the process, yeah. I'm almost done, so I can put you out of your suffering. Okay, so over the next 2 weeks, Chuck and I reordered 10 cases of ASEA. Had we known enough to order those 10 cases initially, we'd have been way better. Okay, thank you. And you can just advance it to the last. So I want you guys to be comfortable with what success looks like to you, because your success may look different than somebody else's success. And so just really think about, is it making enough money to make a more comfortable life with your family? Or is it travel? Or is it even how many people you want to help and influence? And just own what your version of success looks like, because it will look different than other people's.
So true. I love what, this ties in just hand in hand with what Deni had mentioned with the magnifying glass. What we focus on expands, and to magnify that. And also it just ties in with make your plan, set your goals, identify where you need to, where you need to put your time, effort, and energy to make things happen and grow. And you're drinking exactly the right stuff for that cough.
Oh, I'm sucking down a pouch as we talk.
But we so appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on the call today and sharing some real words of advice, because you guys have definitely done the do, as Deni's mentioned as well. So
safe travels.
We appreciate it, guys.
Oh, thanks, Chuck. Safe travels back home, and thank you so much, Tammi, for putting together this PowerPoint. You're so detail-oriented. You always do such a fantastic job on these. And for everyone on the line who have asked me whether or not I'll get the recording out, or of the PowerPoint slides in particular, it will go out with the recording in a newsletter format after the call. So thank you again, Chuck and Tammi, and we look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love everybody.
Oh, that was Tammy's last slide. So I love this one. Are we going to accept it, or are we going to turn down our dreams? Because as Eric Warre said, it's a matter of taking inventory of the now, which Tammi expressed really beautifully. So I love that. That's a great visual. Thanks for putting that together, Tammi. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're now going to go through, and Dan has sent a text. He's in Los Angeles. He is unfortunately unable to get on this team training today. But the good news is he is heading back to Australia. So we're very excited to have him back on terra firma out here, and no doubt we'll hear from him as soon as he gets back in the country. So the next best person to go to, I believe, after Dan is Mr. Malsoud. And we've been watching Mal for a couple of years, where we know what he's capable of, and he's certainly shining like an amazing star. And we're so grateful to benefit from his wisdom, his experience in this industry. He's very entertaining to listen to, and he's a good friend with a lot of empathy to, I know, all of you who know him. So Mal, thanks for joining us today. We'd love to hear your 2 bobs worth about what you're doing to transition into 2018, and congratulations on being triple diamond.
Massive congratulations. Blew right past double to triple.
Yeah, it was. I can't actually say it was all expected. It was just. I think a number of people have asked me how that kind of happened, and really the essence of it is that there was a good foundation, and I've watched, and in fact I spoke with Richard Lee the other day, and I'm very much about keeping statistics and watching what other people do, and trying to model what they do. I kind of picked that Richard would fly really from diamond to triple diamond. I picked that because of his base that he has. He has an amazing business. And firstly, let me say, congratulations to the new diamonds down in Melbourne, and to their leadership, to Lorene and to Deni, and of course to you guys. There's an old saying, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. And for all of us that are on this call, following you guys, Bart and Melissa, and also Danny Doyle, and of course our leaders, upline leaders across the pond in America, we have, in my opinion, the best leadership in the planet. Danny Doyle last year was ranked number 1 as the ASEA Business Builder. And, so for a lot of us, we just got to try and keep up with him. He's setting a fast pace. I call him the Scarlet Pimpernel, because you never know where he's going to be next. But I don't know about everybody else, but I'm really looking forward to having him back here in Australia, and to be able to work with him, and to be inspired by him, and to follow what he does and how he builds his organization. And I think for all of us on this call, many of us on this call, the next few years, as we move into these amazing Asian markets, and also European markets, the future for those of us that have built a base is going to be incredibly exciting. And so congratulations to Doyley, and to Richard, and to all the rank advancements across the globe. It's just been phenomenal. It's a great team to be involved with. I think that all of us on this call really feel that we're at the right place at the right time. And you still have to do something with that, though. It's a little bit like, a good analogy of that is, it's like sitting in a Ferrari, and you can be sitting in the Ferrari, and you can turn the key on and start the engine, and you can press the accelerator and think, my goodness, this is unbelievable to be in this vehicle. But you actually have to stick it in gear. And it doesn't go anywhere unless you stick it in gear, no matter how hard you press the accelerator and think about it. And it's a business that is it's a business that a lot of people, they do the thinky, but it's actually a doey business. You've got to be doing it. And where that doey comes from is from your dreams, from your visions. And I think for me, as I reflect on the last few years, a number of people know it's been an interesting season. And I reflect back just 2 years ago when I couldn't afford to buy my little boys Christmas presents, and in 2015. And
you'd have to have the world's best kids now. They're amazing.
Excuse me. Maybe you want to talk for a second, Doug?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, actually talking about Mal's kids. So we were so fortunate to meet Jack and have Jack, Mal and Christina's, how old's Jack, 12? 13?
He's 13, yeah.
13, yeah. Join us in Panama, and Mal was able to take Jack on a trip of a lifetime back to El Salvador, where his mother's heritage is from. And Mal, he met his great aunt.
He met his great grandmother, his great uncle, all his cousins, and all of his aunties and uncles and things like that. I think, just let me continue. One of the things that I've learned in this business is that I think ultimately we need to lock on to something that's really emotional, and you can tell that I get very emotional about my children. And, the reason that I've worked so hard with this is that was a defining event for me in 2015. It was very kind of a point in my life, I guess. And so to have this opportunity with ASEA and to have the leadership that we have in this country, and there's a lot of people listening to this call, and I know that they also have strong emotional reasons to build the business. My advice to you is to find somebody you can work with, find somebody that will dig in. There's all kinds of help. I mean, I don't doubt that Richard serves his organization. I know that Maureen Bavart serves and serves and serves. And ultimately, I think the top leaders in this business are the best servants. They look after their people. And I know that I've got a lot of people in my organization, in our organization. It's not my organization, it's your organization. It's Danny Doyle's organization, who are kind of hurting financially, and it's not a good place to be. I work with a number of people that I'm, doing all I can to help them to grow their organizations. And many of those people, I think, that will, at the end of 2018, will not be struggling financially. And that motivates me enormously to work with my key guys and to help them to accomplish and to get through. I think that 2018, we have a platform as we take this business into Asia. I think that the potential of this is unbelievable. Nelson Mandela used to say, it's not the darkness that scares us, it's the light. And we are entitled to the light. Every one of you listening to this call, we are entitled to live an abundant life. We deserve an abundant life, but you're going to have to work for it. This is about having a dream, having a focus, and believing in that. We have the best organization. This is the most Asian company I've ever been with in my life. And I kind of feel like a pig in mud. I just wish I was 20 years younger. Actually, if you go to my Facebook page, it does say I was born in 1974. That was the fib. And so I'm really incredibly grateful. I'm very grateful to Bart, you and Melissa, for your leadership. Very grateful that you set the platform here in this country for all of us, and Danny Doyle for his incredible leadership. As we look to Danny and you guys, we've all got our journeys, we've all got our struggles. So it's not a race. The race that you and I have, every one of us on the call, the race is with ourselves. It's not with anybody else. I joke with Danny that I'm trying to keep up with him, but who I'm really trying to keep up with is me. I'm growing as fast as I can. I'm doing all I can. And every one of you on this call has got the struggles. We've all got different struggles between the 6 inches between our ears. And another thing I'd like to help you with is I spend an incredible amount of time, working on my mind, seeing more, trying to be more, and set an example for the people that are coming in behind us. But we have the most incredible leadership in this company, and it's deserved. This is the most incredible company that I've ever seen in my life. And to have the pleasure and the opportunity of being able to expand Vertus Norton's vision when he could so easily have sold this, and none of us on this call would ever have this opportunity. So does it take work? Yeah, it does. But you're going to work anyway. You work at a wretched, stinking job for the next 50 years. That'll get you nothing. You know that. So it's just stepping out of your comfort zone. Really, there it is. It's about stepping out your comfort zone and taking on your fears. We've all got them, but the rewards, I can tell you, are phenomenal. I can afford Christmas presents for my boys this year. I've taken them on a cruise in March. That Jack's just come back from El Salvador and Panama, and I'm taking my dear old 87-year-old auntie to Dublin next year for the Diamond Convention, and she's just jumping out of her skin. She told me on a message a couple of days ago she's already packed. To people like this, it's just phenomenal. To the life that I feel I can give to my children is just phenomenal, and so I'm very grateful, incredibly grateful. I think that's the other thing that I've learned is I'm very grateful for this rank. I'm very grateful for this company. I'm very grateful for everybody that's on this call and the leadership that we have. So we're in a very blessed position.
Now we're extremely grateful for you. You know how to lead by example. You blaze the trail. Talk about fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. Your group is growing, and there's no doubt why. I love what you talk about working on your mind constantly, because the only thing that keeps us from what we truly want are the stories that we keep telling ourselves. And you teach your group very well how to always work on those stories, how to work on your mind, and how to think. And you also take the emotion out of your business, and just you're very practical in terms of it is a business. Some will say yes and some will say no. It doesn't matter. We just press forward, look for the lookers, look for the people who are looking. So I know that you've got a very, very exciting 2018 ahead and beyond. So thank you so much for sharing some words of advice and words of wisdom with us.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Mo. You're an
Sorry, I got a bit emotional. Oh. I do. When it comes to my little rabbits, I get incredibly emotional, and they're a very huge part of the reason that I try and not just do the best, but be the best I can for them. So my apologies.
You're an exceptional father. Please don't apologise. And I can't wait till we get to spend time with your other 7 children on some of these ASEA trips as well.
Oh, yeah. Jack is a stellar young man.
Yeah, you've done a great job, you too.
And I even remember at the very beginning when you came to Salt Lake to the fly-in, and I remember talking about the opportunities, the experiences that you were really excited about being able to create for your kids. And it's great to be able to see that starting to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happening now.
Will you do us the honour of introducing Richard Lee, Mel?
Yes, so that would be such an honour for me to introduce this amazing businessman. So here is a man who been in the business for 1 year, unlike myself, who's been in the business since 1910, as Deni would tell you. So the accomplishments that he's achieved, nothing is surprising. This man I think, will have one of the largest organisations in the planet. Incredible leader, incredible visionary, and he does what a lot of us do. He works so hard, gives and gives and gives. So great pleasure to introduce him. Congratulations, Richard. And I know it's just going to be a little while before your triple diamond and all the way up to triple presidential. So it's coming, mate. You just keep doing what you're doing. So great pleasure and congratulations to you. Well done.
Thank you. Mo, you speak what I want to speak.
Congratulations, Richard. We're so excited for your phenomenal success. You are absolutely blazing a trail. Great things are happening. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, we just so appreciate. I just myself just so appreciate, you guys. I'm so appreciate. I joined ASEA, and I'm so grateful, being with the organization of yours. I back to 2017. Back to the beginning of my joining was if I didn't join, I was so regret.
Absolutely.
I really, really appreciate what what are your tours, what you are doing every week, every night. Even Stephen, and Stephen work with in Sydney, every week on Monday to Friday, and he did the presentations at the webinar. Cool, I know a lot. Be honest, I know a lot from you guys, so I just properly integrated my knowledge, my background in that business, in that industry.
Do you mind sharing that?
Maybe one day I can share with you.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
integrated, into IT, because I was IT and I was a health conscious person. I know the Qigong, Chinese traditional medicines. So the knowledge I share with Justin in the cruise in last trip to the cruise. He asked me the question: how can you share redox signaling molecules to your Chinese people? I just say I practice Qigong, and now Qi is the element of the universe. And he told me redox signaling molecules is the universe language of your body. So how good is that?
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
So it's just knowledge. Yeah.
So Richard, the one thing about you is you're quite, you're pretty analytical. You're very methodical in what you do.
Extremely hard worker.
Yeah, really hard worker. So maybe just share with us, what did you do this last 2017 to really propel your business forward? The whole thing on if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Tell us a little bit about what you did to really see your success fly this last year, and 2018. What do you see for 2018? So maybe just kind of give us a year in review and where you see this going for you and your business in 2018, because you were truly a dynamic leader, and big things in the Asian market is going to happen through you, and it already is.
Yes. Yes. So for me, my understanding, ASEA is totally different from any other network marketing for product. For business, it's all different. It's totally different. For product, it's not nutrition, it's not tablets, it's not juice, it's not vitamins or whatever. It's category creator. So for business, it's different as all. So if you treat like, it's not like other network marketing business. I think it's mindset business. Of course, it's a people's business. But if you put your mind, if you're full of love, if you're caring people, if you like to sharing, you can do this. You absolutely will be success with ASEA business, because if you like to caring people, you see how many people suffer with pain, aches, how many people struggling with chronic diseases. So if you like to help them, if you know the redox signaling molecules is your body itself, if diminished, it declined from your body yourself, and your body is not your body 20 years ago, and your cells is not your cells 20 years ago, and you share the knowledge with them. And if ASEA can, if you just simple, supply the ASEA from outside in, and you can help your body to heal yourself. How good is that? So you just share the knowledge with all of your friends to know you can heal yourself. So it's better than medicines. So how good is that? We just share your knowledge. You just tell people you can heal yourself with just drinking, with drops rubbing outside your skin. Let your skin absorb natural your liquid, and help yourself. So it's just so simple, and then is the mindset. People want to believe in you. People want to trust you. So we just learn the knowledge. We just learn the skill, how to convince people, how to let the people believe you. If you got a good credit, I just learned the knowledge from, I just watching the videos from the ASEA leaders, and from Walter Norton, from Tyler, and he shared his experience. We remember in the convention, Tyler shared the experience of how he sent ASEA to the first client in Utah, in Salt Lake.
Yes.
And he didn't, and he sent the bottles to the priest. Remember?
The bishop.
And that was touched me. If you don't believe people don't believe in you, and you just give somebody believe in that person, and you tell your friend to share this story, to share the product to them, how good is that? To just help yourself. How can you help people? How can you help other people before they believe in you? So I just learned the skill. How can I convince him? How can I help them?
Mm-hmm.
Just simple that.
Absolutely.
If you can't do that, you ask their friends. Okay, you try to know who is his best friend, who he believed in him. So then, and just talk to them first. Okay, is that good?
That's really good. And the thing that I really picked up from what you said is conviction. When you've got your conviction, people want to believe in you.
Yes.
And it's all about helping them.
Mm-hmm.
So, just the whole, how you're coming from a humble and gracious place, and your goal is to help other people, but it's really coming from that place of certainty and conviction. When you posture yourself that way, people do want to believe in you, and they want to believe in the message that you've got to share. So you obviously have that conviction, that passion, and it shows. Yeah. And I fully expect to see you in the ambassador ranks in 2018.
Definitely. Yeah.
What I do, my passion is not to be any high writer. I didn't expect I want to, and to hit that rank so quick. What I do, I just want to help people. So I talked to Mel. I didn't look after my back office, how much money I'm making. I just want to help him because I know so many people suffering, so many people struggling, so many people struggling with what I can help myself, the doctors or the medicines or the nutritions. So I just want to, tell the truth. Okay, you can help yourself naturally, natively. So I'm helping my team. My experience, just hold on a second. So my experience is, I share my passions and my experience. So use your head, use your heart, okay? Use your hand and use your foot. Use your knowledge to study, learn the videos, watch so many videos on internet about the ASEA, about the product, about the knowledge, about the sales validations, and use your heart. Because if you want to convince people to believe in you, you need to use your heart. If you can't, I saw if we do the business, you artificially, and we can smartly, and we can grow up faster. So we should do everything, like do art working. So that's the second thing. So the third thing is use your computer, use your software properly. How to order product properly, how to strategize your organization properly, and how to, because the software, the back office is already there. The back office, it's the office.aseaglobal.com is excellent, I should say.
Richard, thank you so much for joining us on the call today.
I just want to hear how you use your feet. How do you use your feet?
All right. You're kicking people.
You know what? Okay, so because my friends, my teams everywhere. Okay, so what I do, I will approach them. I say, wherever you set up a coffee shop, I come. Yeah. So I drove everywhere to the coffee shop. I set up a coffee table there and invite people. I will be there on Tuesday or Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. I will be there for 2 hours. So whoever coming, I will be there. So I just, I will approach people close to them. So that's how I use my feet.
Yeah, that's how you use them. Thank you so much, Richard, for joining us. We've all got a lot to learn from you. We're excited to see what you're creating in your business and how you're educating us on how to work with the Chinese community as well. So thank you. You deserve all the success in the world. We're very proud of you, and we really appreciate you joining us today. So thank you. We're going to transition now into the rest of the webinar, where it comes to, I'll just minimize this, a little bit of, well, the topic moving forward is staying connected. So we want to just quickly run through so you're all on the same page in terms of what incentives are run right now for our benefit, what packs are out right now, and the exciting announcement of the holiday promotional pack being live as well.
And we got big announcements, that's right.
We do. So just a reminder on the enrollment packs, we're a huge fan of leveraging enrollment packs. So when Tammi had mentioned when they started ASEA and they signed up with one case of ASEA, for example, they would have, had they known better, come in with more. Well, Bart is brilliant in particular at bringing people in with more volume of products based particularly on enrollment packs. So that's something that he does extremely well.
Yeah, so look, our goal is to set people up for success. I love what Tammi said. They started with one pack, but they quickly realized that they wanted to have product to start with. And look, just our own personal example, we, when we started, we did not have a big budget for redox signaling molecules. We didn't, things were like most people, we had kind of a very tight budget, but we wanted to set ourselves up for success. And we realized the value of, if we led by example, we would, people tend to do what you do or less. And so we didn't just come in with a personal pack, but these are packs that are set up where you can save some money, you can get people started. But there's business packs that you can see is a little bit more product. By coming in with these packs, there's some nice incentives with the sample tubes, for example, some discounts. And
the loyalty reward points.
That's right, the loyalty reward points. And we're kind of skimming through this. You can see all the details on this in your back office. So just click on that and you can see exactly what the prices are, what the savings are. But the idea is if you've got a little bit of product to work with, and of course in the beginning we didn't have the full skincare line, we didn't have even the ASEA, we had to bring that in. So right now these advantages are far greater than what we had. But we decided to come in with 8 cases of product, all of which was was Renew 28, so it was 32 tubes of Renew 28. But we wanted to have product that we could use, sell if we needed to, have product that we could help people get started with straight away. And so this is really a smart way to get started. And sometimes we're a little apprehensive to ask people to start with this, but if you think of it in terms of setting your people up for success, it makes a lot of sense. And this is a business, so quite frankly, a couple $1,000 or even $1,000 to start a business is nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing, because most businesses you're going to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to start. And this is a pretty forgiving business because you're getting all that product wholesale and you're getting other advantages.
So these are the ASEA Redox supplement packs, and the reason why they're in US dollars is because that's how we right now are ordering them through the US. So, and something to keep in mind, these enrollment packs, don't take them for granted because they are expiring on the 1st of January. And the convention tickets, when you win those, you have to use them. You have to call customer service and you have to use them within, I believe it's 30 days. So don't sit on those convention tickets either.
So the other advantage with these packs is not only are you setting your people up for success, but you're setting yourself up for success too, because you can see the points here. For example, you come in with a larger pack and you've got 400 points. You're going to create the volume toward your rank advancements. And the idea is that that's not just for yourself, but you're helping your group in terms of what you're duplicating. So you're going to rank advance. You're going to help your people rank advance quicker. Your commissions on the fast start bonus are going to be more as well.
This is just to let you know that on individual items outside of your enrollment order, the fast start bonus is only being paid on the enrollment order, so it excludes any additional product being ordered at the time. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to skip through this slide and go straight to the holiday packs. So very exciting news for Australia on the NFR site. Yes, we have this holiday pack up and loaded today. It's live.
If you go to ASEA NFR, you can get 3 cases of ASEA or 4 cases of ASEA for the price of 3, and including your extra case of ASEA, the shipping is free as well. So this is huge. ASEA has never done this for us before.
No.
and it's major. So this doesn't just include, you know, the skincare products, which is what we've always had with our promotions because of the NFR, but they're allowing us to do the redox signaling molecules for the price of 3.
And we can order up to 6 times the Renew at 28 and the Renew Advanced promotions, but the ASEA supplement, that's a one-time order per associate account in December.
So it's
limited.
So the advantages to this, obviously you want for Christmas gifts, to have some extra product to stock up on, to use, to sell, to promote your business. All those advantages that you should really, you know, take advantage of at this time.
So it's for associates and preferred customers. It cannot be used as an auto ship or enrollment order. And loyalty points, it's important to keep in mind, they don't accrue from this holiday pack. So the promo orders are not a substitute for auto ship, which, as you know, maintains your loyalty reward points and keeps you active. And a cancelled auto ship by an associate, it will result in you losing your loyalty reward points and the percentage increase for loyalty in that program as well. So if you start off at 5%, we're on 20%, you will lose that. So you've got to make sure that your associates understand this point. And cancelled auto ships by preferred customers, if you're not aware, it results in a loss of loyalty points and it converts their account to a retail account. So keep that in mind. And the commission bonus is the same as usual. However, there is no commission on the free item. So on that 4th case. And you pay shipping on the product you pay for. It's free shipping on the free product, and the whole order is shipped together.
Look, one of the points that I want to make on this promotion is this is a brilliant opportunity to go back to people who who have maybe dropped off of auto ship before, and say, look, the company's offered this phenomenal new promotion. You can talk about the new study, the new gene study that's been done, share some product experiences with them, and I believe that you can have a great ability to bring on people and reactivate their memberships through these promotions.
So let's have a look at what Bart's talking about here. So did you know that you can leverage this promotion to boost your personal consumption, increase inventory for use at meetings and in homes, for Richard to take those coffee shop meetings, acquire a supply of product to help get new enrollees started, have Renew 28 tubes on hand for use in the 3 and 5 application 3 times in 5 minutes method of giving immediate product experience. You save money when giving ASEA products as gifts, and you gain volume in your business and money in your pocket via retailing. So it's really important to think through how you can use this promotion, which is what Bart's talking about.
Sure.
Now, in terms of ordering it, you just go to your virtual office, you go to the shopping cart icon on the top toolbar, and you place your order in this product specials box. Now, the supplement, as we mentioned, it's up live today in our nfr.com website. So here's how you order it from the nfr.com, ASEA.nfr.com website. So you can see at the top, it's just the usual ASEA Redox supplement orders that we can get. And then down below, it's get 1 free limited time promotion. Yet again, if you use this drop-down arrow here, it will only allow you to order 1. That's 1 for the month of December, and this offer expires on the 31st of December.
This went live today, just brand new. Today is when it started.
So take advantage of that. Okay, we're going to really breeze through these. It's just to let you know that there's incentives in place. The rookie's just finished, I believe, November 30th, but we've got Aspire 101 to help create an incentive, which Karen and Wayne Pickstone are at the top of the leaders list for that, and then Ascent in Los Cabos. So the Aspire is to get us to the Gold Coast, our Envision conference.
Definitely click on this in your back office and learn, because there's a lot of ways that you can win some great swag, tickets for this Aspire conference, and also the top number 1 position gets to share their story, and they win, is it $1,000?
$300 in travel vouchers, $150 cash. There's $1,000 they're giving out for this. So
the number 1 position wins $1,000 cash, I believe. And so so there's rewards, there's swag, there's money, there's travel expenses, all this stuff that can be won. So just look through the details on that in your back office.
And there is a peak performance training the day after this event, but we'll get to that in just a second. So in terms of the Aspire, if you don't know by now, you can earn points 3 ways: through enrollment orders, advancement, and leadership. So here's Karen and Wayne Pickstone, the grand prize standing winners right now. And second place prize standing, there's Karen Lau and David He, Kaz Nicholson and Jen Sherwood, Richard Lee, but Richard, you may not even know that. So congratulations. And Mouse Swords coming in at number 7. So they're all the second place prize standing. So well done. Well done to
Fantastic,
you guys. Yeah. Okay, keep in mind the Fast Forward promotion as well, which is extended to the 31st of March. We have some people on this webinar that do these back to back, creates phenomenal loyalty reward points and cash as well. Well, actually, it's the 320 value, which is the significant in general.
Kaz and Jen, I think, completed at least four in a row back there.
More than that, I think.
Yeah, 5.
Gives you great sample tubes as well. So it happens over a 14-day period, and you need 4 new enrollments, associates or preferred customers, and 800 promo points accumulate through the enrollment order volume as a result of that. So this is a really fun program. Deni alluded to it earlier as well. And so with the loyalty points, just to recap, so loyalty points grow with time, the enrollment orders get loyalty points, and your first auto ship order gets bonus points. So it depends, obviously it's rewarding loyalty. So the longer you stay on auto ship, the more benefits you receive. And it's really fun when you go in and you redeem your cases of product.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And look, this loyalty program, really want to educate your new people on this and make sure that they understand, because everybody wants free product, right? Mm-hmm. And so simply by continuing to do what they want to do, and they order their product through the auto ship program, they're going to redeem loyalty points toward a lot of free product. Obviously, this one here at the end, you want to make sure that people, even if they're apprehensive about getting on auto ship to begin with, just say, look, this is just a smart way to set up your business. You're going to get some loyalty points to start off with. And look, after 3 quarters, on day 25, if you're not sure, we can cancel that at any time. But if you set them up for success to begin with, you're going to really help them out. Mm-hmm. And so make sure that they get their first auto ship too, because once they've seen how easy that program is, mm-hmm. they're going to want to stay on it. So
let's look at upcoming events. So it's essential to stay plugged in and get these messages passed down to your team in terms of what's happening, not only for our team but also overseas as well. And a great way to do that is to subscribe to the newsletter.
So I would suggest taking a screenshot or quickly write down that letter there, or that email address or website address. Get your team plugged into the newsletter so that they know exactly when these conference calls and what's happening, because Melissa does a great job of keeping people up to date on that. So definitely plug into the newsletter so that we can keep you informed on what's happening. And
people can always unsubscribe themselves if they receive it and no longer want to receive it. It's at the bottom of the emails. So 2018, as we heard Eric Warro say, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So these leadership webinars that is run monthly for our team, the good news is we're sharing them amongst the diamond ranks next year. So there'll be different diamond hosts as well, which will be really exciting. So we'll keep you posted on the next one, as we'll be traveling first week of January. So we'll keep you updated through the newsletter on that. This is to let you know that in terms of market expansion, Carl Anderson and Justin Wilson will be in these countries on these dates, and the leadership meeting will be from 5 to 6:30 p.m, followed by an opportunity meeting from 7 to 9 p.m. If you've got any more questions, feel free to email Carl Anderson, kanderson@asiaglobal.com. If you know people in these countries, be sure to get them to these events. Okay, this is a 2018 event calendar that was created by the Australian Diamonds. So for any corporate events, just learn the website asiaevents.com, and for any Australian diamond events, it's asiaevents.eventbrite.com.au.
And again, I would recommend writing down those email addresses, because you want to keep track of that. This way you can put all these events in your calendar, mm-hmm. schedule them, because really that's what we want to do to build our business, is promote from event to event to event. And the great news is that we pulled together as Australian Diamonds, all the diamonds in Australia, Crossline and everything. We're working together very, very well to bring you the best of the best at these events, to help build and help to inspire your new people and grow your teams.
Mm-hmm. So, as you know, there is the Australasia and Vision Conference on Saturday, February 17th. The early bird, super early bird tickets finished a couple of days ago. So I'll go on in a second and show you the new pricing. But also asiaevents.eventbrite.com.au. It's a separate website. It's on the Sunday. The training will start at 9 a.m. and go through to, I believe it's 5 p.m. We're still formulating and getting the agenda sorted out, but we have some great, Tyler Norton's coming out, Trish Schwenkler is coming out, and we've got a lineup of other speakers we're just still confirming. So this is an event not to be missed. It's the annual event for Australia for us, and we're really looking forward to seeing you there.
That's right. So the Sunday event is not a corporate event. That's why we have to register at a different website. So please make sure, just want to add that extra level of clarification, because we want you to be at that peak performance event training. Definitely. Because some really, really good stuff is going to happen at that event. We've got people flying out from the States to talk about about some systems and tools and just really important things.
This is to let you know that the Mix and Mingle is a separate ticket for those of you who haven't purchased it already, and it is at a separate location. So it's on the pool deck at Sofitel Gold Coast in Broadbeach. It's not at the convention centre. So in terms of the next early bird ticket range, it's $49. This is for the peak performance training. So I encourage your associates, if they haven't done so already, to purchase their tickets before January 1st. And there's up to 5 tickets that can be purchased at a time through this website. So yet again, a reminder on Ascent that many of you are working toward. So May 2nd to May 6th in Los Cabos. So we're really excited for the bronze, the platinums, the eligible ranks to be able to be there for that. And then just an announcement, GoPro Recruiting Mastery. It's live on Eric Waray's networkmarketingpro.com website today. Early bird tickets are up. There is a Gold Coast event July 13th to July 15th. So we're definitely going to be there at that. This is an amazing event that I know Deni, Dan, Doyle have recently been to. You've been to one of his Recruiting Mastery events. They're phenomenal. The value you get is beyond description in terms of how brilliant this man is with getting people moving and getting people to think about their business and treat it as $1 million business and beyond.
I loved seeing the videos that people posted from Las Vegas. 10,000 people there with Pitbull and Tony Robbins, and our very own Deni Robinson was a keynote speaker on the stage with the panelist group, and he's bringing this event, this Master of Network Marketing. Eric Waray is coming to Australia. So this is something that we're definitely getting behind. We want to be a part of this.
We've purchased tickets already.
And, just like Mal Sword talked about, people, he works on his mind and we plan. And that's what Eric Waray is about. He's the top leader in this industry. And so this is a great place to learn from the very best of the best. And it would be a great investment into your business.
Definitely. Okay, so we know about the Dublin Island trip that several of us are going to be at, and those of you I know on this webinar, there's going to be many more of you at this qualification as well, at the Shelbourne Hotel, which I believe is the nicest hotel in downtown Dublin. So we're excited for that. Make sure that's on your calendar. And then the next event is for the International Convention. They will have discounted tickets at the Australasia Envision Conference. So if you haven't purchased your tickets to Dallas next year, you can get them at the convention at the conference at a discounted rate in February. So this is at the Gaylord, as you know, in Texas. I've shown this slide before. We've been there. This is an amazing hotel. It's a lot of fun, and we can't wait to go to this event. So we're scheduling around it already. And there's just discounted savings for those of you who want to buy packs to that event, but yet again, individual tickets will be sold in the Gold Coast. So we just want to wrap up by saying happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all, since this is the wrap-up webinar for the year for us. And also to let you know that in terms of the video we played for Eric Waray, we're definitely encouraging as many of you who can join us on that webcast. It's Sunday, December 10th, Australia. It's 6 a.m. Queensland, starts 7 a.m. New South Wales, Victoria. And it's $297 US, but that gives you access to an unlimited recording. I'll just bring it up actually. And it's going to be a brilliant process. I know Chuck and Tammi are doing it in terms of really scheduling and planning out your business for 2018 and beyond. So Yeah, it was a lot of talking by us today, but it was also brilliant to be able to hear from our upline leaders and those amazing diamonds who have recently rank advanced. So we want to thank you, each and every one of you, for your support, your love throughout the year, and also for being on this webinar, for getting the message out, and for your leadership. We learn a lot from every single one of you. We're so grateful that you're cross-line, you're downline, you're with us on this amazing journey, and to finish the year out, we can't have more gratitude and respect for each and every one of you, and we're so excited to see what 2018 brings. So if any of the panelists want to jump in, we've got overtime with a little bit of, with some comments, goodbye for the year or whatever you want to do. And this is to not say goodbye as in we're checking out and there's no work between now and the downtime in January because we've got it scheduled, but it's just to say farewell in this official format.
Just, if I could just say thank you to you guys. You know, the amount of work that goes on to put these things together behind the scenes. All year you've done this, so it takes an incredible amount of time. So thank you, you know, for putting these on and being so diligent to do it, and having the ability to understand the technology is really cool. So thank you. There's a lot of time and effort goes into these, so thank you for all that you've done for all of us this year. Really appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope Santa's really kind to you and brings you a few leaders to your business.
Santa's bringing an iPhone 10 or whatever it is, so that's his Christmas gift. Thanks, Mal.
Santa, in terms of leaders, we've got so many of them on. I think we've got a very bright future ahead for all of us. We're so excited, and yeah, it's great to see everybody on the call. Thanks for sharing the news. Merry Christmas to everybody. Let's get the promotion packs. Let's have fun. Let's spread the word. Let's make 2018 phenomenal. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
With that, we'll go ahead and wrap up.
And I'll get the recording and Tammi's slides out today.